Hello, my peeps. This is Gina. I have a few projects here. I have this one necklace that I've been needing to get some 4mm jump rings so we could get it into this chain and get this finished up. And then along the way, I decided to throw a couple other things together. And so this one, I want to make a memory wire bracelet. So here's my memory wire, and then I have my memory wire cutters. You always cut your memory wire with these cutters, otherwise if you use your regular cutters, it will wreck them. It'll put a big old dent in there, and they're wrecked. You have to buy a new one. Okay, so I was thinking I want like 3 rings. So I got 3 rings. And you see how it ends here? I want to end over here because you want to overlap, because this is going to roll back and make a loop. And then you're going to use this third one to roll back and make a loop. So they're overlapping. I might have to cut off a little bit more. But that is it for that. Well, I better keep these out just in case. Now, I want to roll. These are memory wire pliers for making loops. And you would normally want to go with the curve, but then when you curve that under, then that's going to be up against the wrist. So you don't want it to sit up against the wrist and then make a red mark. So I'm going to go against it and roll backwards. And I think I just want a small loop. Yeah. So check, make sure it's not all the way through. And then also, when you're using these, don't put your wire out here. This one seems, small enough that you can do that, but there's some memory wire that's really stiff and really thick. Always come up here against the pliers here, because if you go out here and you crank on it, you could snap one of these off, and then your pliers are wrecked. So I am going to make a small loop. Get in there. There we go. There's my loop. Now, my beads won't fall off as I put them on. I gotta find the end on this side. They get mixed up really. There we go. Now, I'm just gonna start from the beginning here and just start threading. These little brown beads are actually hessonite garnet. So they're not actually just a brown bead. They're hessonite garnet. Get underneath here so I can see the hole. Here's my pattern. And I checked to make sure that all the beads fit onto the wire before I got started. All this brown isn't here very easy to see. Whoop. There we go. I got these from Potomac Beads. Aren't they pretty? There goes Dad. Heard my dad honk. He goes by every single morning, and he honks when he goes by. I finally had surgery on my shoulder, so it's a little sore today. I had surgery last Thursday. Today is Wednesday, so it's been 7 days. I have a 2-week checkup, and then a 6-week checkup. And at the 6-week checkup, he told me that I would be 50% better. I'm like, 50% at 6 weeks? Oh, that's a long time. I was given a sling to wear, which I don't wear. And then I also got it's a cooler you fill with ice and water, and then it flows through the mat, or whatever you want to call it, and it's wrapped around your shoulder. And it's just, I can't have it on my shoulder. It's too heavy for my shoulder, and it just hurts to have it on. So I'm like, I've only used it a couple of times. The first night, and then a couple of times after that. Otherwise, I really haven't been using anything that the doctor told me to. So I'm hoping by not using those things that my arm will get better faster. Plus, yesterday I did a little bit of housework. I put away the dishes for my husband. He's been doing everything. Dishes, laundry, cooking. Because I told him, I go, I got bad news for you. I go, in 6 weeks I'll be 50% better. I'm like, oh boy. Am I out of sequence here? Let's roll these all the way down. All the way down? Yes. Alright. Everything looks good here. Okay, let's keep going. See something. This goes, then this goes. This goes. Okay, now we got it. Always gotta keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on my sequence. So otherwise you get done and then it's like, oh no. Now you gotta clip it apart, take it apart, and you just more or less wasted your material. Or just leave it, because most people don't even notice that there's an error in there. I got this wire from Potomac Beads, so I thought I'd use it. So I thought, well, I got some memory wire from Potomac Beads. I've got all these beads. Uh-oh, this one doesn't want to go on. Go the other way. Maybe it won't go on this way at all. Alright, well, I'm going to have to dig back in and get me a new one of those. So now that throws off my sequence. All right, well, let's just keep going here. So anyway, I am doing some things around the house. I feel like an invalid. You know, I don't know. It's like I'm the one that's supposed to do all the cooking and cleaning and everything. But I should just take advantage of it. And just enjoy it. Let him do it. Of course, he works all day. I'm sure he doesn't feel like doing it when he gets home. Alright, I'm going to sequence it again here. I think I'm going to have some more beads here. Oh, I saw the hole as I picked it up. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to have to get some more beads out. I went 3 deep. And I'm barely... Okay, let's get this one all the way around. I should have at least 1 round. Yeah, we got 1 round done. And we got another round to do, so... Yep, I'm going to need more beads. Alright, where did I leave off at? Right here. Okay. I know when I don't do dishes, and I'm not scrubbing and cleaning, my fingernails grow. Otherwise, they just don't grow, and they split, and they break, and I just can't grow my nails. I have the worst nails. But then I find out, well, where's the... I need that light over here. There. There we go. Oop. Thought I had it in there. The baby shower's coming. It is on the 19th. Can't wait for that. I bought a car seat for myself and for the baby shower. Well, then I thought, I'm not going to be able to get that car seat into my car because my car just, the trunk isn't very wide. My doors don't open very far. There's not much room to get anything into my car. So I text my son. I bought a car seat for the baby shower. I go, do you just want to come over and pick it up? No, we already got one. Oh. All right, so I guess I got to return it. So I did. I returned it and got my money back for it. It was an easy return. All I had to do is go in and just drop it off. Of course, I had to show him my QR code that Amazon sent me. Yep, I'm almost done, and I need more beads. So, dog hair. I should have used my little roller lint thingy before I got started. All right, well, let's see where we're at. When we get done here. Well, they all worked except for the one. I got one more wrap to do. One more wrap. Or there's 2 wraps. Should we do 3? I don't know if I can't do 3 because I don't have enough of these yellow ones. So let's get out another one of these in my Potomac Beads box. Lip balm. My Potomac Beads box. And here they are right here on top. So we got one there, do that, then that, and then that ends. And that's it. Or do I have? I have one more bead. And I put it away into my soup. My bead soup. Now which one did I put it in? Right there. I have one more of these. So we'll get out one more of these. This is the one that didn't work. And then we got some Hessonite garnet I still got here on the side. I bought $60 worth of beads, and they gave me a tin, and it all fits in. It's heavy. It's heavy. Alrighty, let's get some Hessonite garnet. Whoops. I don't want all of them to come out. Alright. Now, let's pick up the end here. We ended with that. So we're going to go 2 Hessonite garnets. Yep. Alright, is this the one that doesn't go in? Wow. This one doesn't go in. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, there's that. Another Hessonite garnet. Another one of these. Now I need... I can't believe that. They're so closed that you can't get anything in there. And it's a wire. So you would think it'd be strong enough to poke through. Alright. Just going to leave these out. Alright, where's the end? Here we are. So 2 Hessonite garnet. Oop. Nice. There it is. I find it and then I keep dropping it. Right there. Now this one. Oh, the joys of beading. There we go. Now I put this one on. Has a night garnet. And then we'll end with that. Okay. There. That'll work. Now, I'm going to snip it off out here. And then roll it back. That should work. I can make an earring out of that. Now, roll it back. Yeah, I'm gonna need to cut off more. There's too much space there. So, and the tricky part with this is getting it rolled back and keeping these beads back. There we go. And then I have these made up to put on the loops. So I'm going to make a wrapped loop. Use my round nose pliers, bend over the pliers. Then I'm going to rotate the pliers, and I'm not going to make a very big loop, so I'm just going to stop right there. Bring that up and over, rotate your pliers, bring that wire all the way across, and then before we do anything else, we're going to put it onto a ring. Whoops, I was going to say, should hear a snap. Now, bent nose. And then we're going to wrap it with these. The thing with wrapping with your beads, don't over wrap, because you don't want to get them too tight and then put pressure on your beads and then your beads snap. Now I'm going to cut off the excess here. Okay, one little dangle. Now we'll do one on the other side. Okay, round nose pliers. Bend over the pliers. We're not going to make a big loop, so we'll stop right there. Come up and over. Rotate the pliers. Bring that wire around. And then we're going to put it on here. There, you hear the snap? And then we're gonna wire it. It's gotta come this way. Sometimes pliers just get in the way. It's just easier to just... This wire is really soft and pliable. There we go. Now I'm going to snip off the excess here. Get that pushed in. And we are done with our bracelet. So it's only got 2. That's fine. Still pretty. Okay, now let's get all these tools all out of the way. That out of here. What's this? Oh. Okay, now I have this. I have a wire that I previously had on a necklace. So I'm going to use this to make this next bracelet. This is, oh, no, don't do that. Press down a little too hard. This is my next bracelet I want to do. Well, it's every other one, so it's not very hard to keep in sequence with these. There we go. All right. Well, first I'm going to start off with a crimp bead. Put the crimp bead on first. Crimp tube, because it is a tube. What's my nail? Oh. Okay. And then put it in the wire guard. Huh. All right. Wire guard. I wonder if this is the thicker wire. 0.025. It's not going into my wire guard. Just doesn't. Let's try one more time. It doesn't want to go in. So this might be, yeah, this is probably a thicker wire. Does feel thick. 0.025 instead of 0.019. So I will get out my regular wire. See, it's 0.019, and I think the other one was a 0.025. So let's see if this makes any difference here. Feels different. There it goes, right on. Alrighty, so well, I'm gonna work right on here. Let's just bead right on here. That's the way I like to work, because in that way you use less wire, because I get the 49 strand because it's the softest drape, it's the best, so it's costly, so I rather work right on the spool and then just, is that a hole or not? There it is. And then cut off as little as possible. There we go. This one shouldn't go too hard. The holes are easy to find. There. Sometimes I'll hold the beads in my hand and then let them drop so that they're not going clang. I used to do that. I don't know why, but I would hold the necklace out over the floor and I'd put a bead on and let it drop. Well, I had some crackle beads, and by doing that, that crackle bead cracked and broke off, so it ruined my sequence. I had to pull everything back off, and I'm like, all right. So then I started leaving them right. I don't know why I was letting them drop like that. Like, no, you live and learn. So I know, don't let your beads drop. They will crack, they will break, and if not right away, they will fall off eventually. Same with when you wire wrapped your beads. You don't want to wire wrap too tight because it'll put tension on those beads and then it'll snap and then break off. So you have to keep that in mind. There's a lot involved with jewelry making. You can't just throw something together. You got to pay attention to what side you're putting stuff on. You know, like on your jump rings and stuff. You have to make sure it's evenly put on. You can't just drop everything on a jump ring. You have to pay attention to what side you're putting what on so that it hangs nicely. We're almost done with this one, and it's not very long. Not very long at all. So I'm gonna need more beads. Now these these beads I got from Potomac Beads. The blue ones are in my stash. So the reason why I'm giggling is I gotta find them. I think I know where they're at. There we go. Sometimes I just don't want to go. There we go. Right there. And then we got one here. It's like when at the end when you try and get the wire clipped off. Some people clip the wire off, but then they put their thumb over it or put it down right away, so you can't tell whether it was clipped off or not. Me, I like to make sure my jump rings are nice and tight and closed. And so it does take me a little longer to do things, but I just want to make sure it's done right the first time. So this isn't very long. Oh, it is 6 1/4 inches. By the time we put the hardware on, yeah, let's put the hardware on. That'll extend it out a little bit. And then the clasp, because your average is like 7 1/4. So you figure you put in the wire guard, the jump ring, the clasp. I'll extend it out about another inch. Back down through the crimp bead, crimp tube. Now, I'm going to pull this down this way. And then I'm going to squeeze it together a little bit. Just a little. Pull it down on both sides. And then I'm going to crimp it. And we always go to the back groove. The back groove is what's got your divot in there. And then you go to the front groove that's round and watch, I'll fold it over, squeeze. Got your divot in there. See the divot? And then we're going to go in the front hole and squeeze. Whoops. I lost my divot and everything. All right. Back hole. Squeeze. I'll make sure it's down all the way. There's a divot, but not much of a divot. So... and I'll get it. There we go. Divot, and then you fold the divot in half. And then you got your crimp bead. Then you got tug chest. Tug. Tug. I tug pretty good because if it's going to come off, I want it to come off here and not when somebody's wearing it. All right, cutters. I got them buried under here. All right, now move all these down. And I like to give myself like 4 fingers length. And then we'll put on another crimp bead. I lost my crimp bead. Is it stuck to this? No. All right, hang on while I get another crimp bead. I wonder if it's because these beads are so small. So a crimp bead, wire guard, which is exactly what it is. Guards your wire. This is your beading wire. And this is, it's got to go back down to the crimp bead now, crimp tube here. And it does exactly what it is. Guards your wire. Now, I'm going to move that crimp bead, crimp tube, and we're going to bring, you got to move the crimp bead down away from this in order to slide this bracelet up. And I'm having a hard time getting it to do that. There we go. There we go. And then we're going to close it up a little bit. Now, see how, well, that ain't too bad. I was going to say, see how it's cocked off to the, yeah, it's kind of off to the side. So I'm going to go down through one bead. to straighten it out. Get everything out of the way so I can get it in there. Now, pull it down. Okay, a little bit further. There we go. Now it'll sit straight up. Straight up and down. I'm going to use these again. In the front. This one's got 2 grooves, one for a big groove, one for a big bead, and this is a smaller bead, so we're going to go with the one front, and then we're going to go in the front groove and squeeze. See, it's like I lose. I don't like that. These. Back groove. Squeeze. There we go. Then go in the front. There we go. That's what it's supposed to look like. Now, well, snip this off as close as possible in that bead. Pull and snip. There we go. Now we got 2 jump rings. Move these over. Pull this off. There we go. Got some glue on there. And then we're going to open it. I always leave this one alone and just twist with one side. I twist towards me to twist open. See, now this should go over on this side. And now we're going to twist shut. Now when you're having a magnet like that and it's giving you problems, get another tool, let it attach to that, and then you can close it up. Oh, that's not even on here. Ah! All right, throw this on. Now on the other side, jump ring. Take it. Have the opening at the top. I usually cover about half of it. And then tweak it open. Put your bracelet on. And then the other side of the magnet. There we go. There we have our bracelet. So we have bracelet number 2. And then I'm like, well, do we want to put dangles on these? I made these to go on there. One over here, or just do one. And we'll just do one. Okay, round nose, pliers. Bend over the wire, or bend over the pliers. Bring it back and over. Bring it around. And then we're going to put it on the jump ring. Or we can put it right on here. This don't really matter. There we go. Snapped right in. Now, use these. The wire is so flimsy. There we go. And now we'll snip this off. Oop. This came off. Ugh. Wow. Whoops. Put that back on there. Magnet's not helping. Oh, okay, let's just be done with it, huh? Open. There we go. See, it's got a little divot here, little divot, little, they go together, and that way it keeps them from coming apart. All right, now this, I started at an earlier time. Get rid of these. And I needed 4mm jump rings to go onto this chain. So now that I got them, I made my order, and then I forgot to order the jump rings. So then I had to make another order, and I just did jump rings all together, just all the jump rings that I need. These are going to be different because they're so small. So we're just going to tweak this open, put this on. Now let's see if the chain will go on. This 4mm jump ring. It looks like it will. It looks like it will. All right. Oh boy. I think it will. Just get it just right. I got it on. Yay. Now, get it back onto the necklace. Close it up. That's closed. Now the other side. 4mm jump ring. Open open it up. And it's on. Put the necklace on. Close it up. There's an opening still there. There. Now, I have this clasp. We're going to go to the top and we're going to put on jump ring up at the top. Tweak it open. Oh, I need 2 more of the 4 mils. Well, I wonder. Yeah, because I don't think it'll fit on these. Huh. Made a liar out of me. Sometimes I have like 18 gauge wire. Those 18 gauge don't really work very well for me because they don't fit on anything really. Now, get this other side done and we are done for the day. Oh my goodness. See, I just want it to just lay on top there so I can shove it on. Like that. And then see how this has got to come over on this side. Got my fingers in the way. Now we're going to close it up. There we go. There we go. Click, click, click. And there we have our beautiful necklace. Isn't this pretty? So pretty. Get my lip balm out of the way. Oops, sorry. Oh, I was going to put an extender on, but the type of clasp that's on there ain't going to work for an extender. So, here's our necklace. Move this stuff out of the way. Here's our bracelet. And here's our memory wire. I don't know where to put it. I don't know. There. This is our jewelry we made for the day. Alrighty. Well, check out my Etsy shop. I took out everything that was in there and put in new stuff. So if you want to check it out at Etsy, Sparklies26. Until next time, happy beading!